going on, guys? Welcome back to
The
Ride
Ride
Home.
Home.
My name's Mitch,
And I'm Daniel.
and Trip is
Still not with us.
MIA. No, he's just at boot camp. Don't want to joke about that.
Yeah.
Today, we're gonna do like a kind of a continuation, but it's its own thing. We're gonna talk about screen time.
Mm-hmm.
You heard us talk about social media recently.
Yep.
Also, I feel like the social media screen time conversation relates to community. So, some things may sound similar, but
Yeah.
it's definitely something that has opportunity for a whole bunch of expansion and conversation on screens in general. Because in the social media conversation, we talked about mostly like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat.
All your basic.
Yeah, those things. But we left out so much. But before we go into more depth about that, Daniel has a segment or two, and I don't know what they are.
Yeah. So just a side note too. I actually talked to Pastor Chris.
Sweet.
What day was it? Tuesday. And he was. I asked him if he had heard from Trip. And
Okay.
Because we're still not able to hear from him yet. So he said that he hadn't, but Emma had, his wife.
Yep.
And so she's I guess she had said that he's doing pretty good right now.
Okay, good.
Apparently he's 26 and the rest of the recruits are 18. So
Wow.
he's like the head on that one. So
man, way to like make you feel old.
That's a slap in the face right there.
26 does not feel old, but whew, that's a big difference, I guess, especially to an 18-year-old.
Yeah, for real.
Hopefully he's keeping up with those young bucks.
Yeah, honestly.
I'm glad to hear he's doing well.
Yeah.
Can't wait to have him back. Hopefully soon. Not too many more episodes where it's just me and Daniel.
I know.
It's hard holding it down.
Yeah. But yeah, so tonight I got a little bit of a game or a guessing game for us.
Love games.
So it goes with the screen time and like how it's a little challenge to see if we can guess the other person's screen time this week.
Okay, gonna have to.
I don't know if I should feel sad or
yeah, gonna out me here.
Mine's a little depressing.
Okay, well, that's a hint.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna venture to say for Mitch's, I'm gonna say probably like 8 hours
total for like Sunday
for the whole the whole week thus far to recording this video.
All right, so we're recording on a Thursday. So from Sunday till today,
Thursday night at 9:15 in the PM.
Okay. I think my total, if I'm looking at this right, you said 8 hours total?
I'm gonna venture to say 8 hours.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm gonna go 8 hours 15 minutes.
Okay, the 15 minutes.
Yeah, that makes a difference.
That was a good change. You're a little low.
Really?
My total screen time is 11 hours 31 minutes, if I'm looking at that right.
Okay. That's the total between all of everything.
It says my average screen time per day is 2.5 hours. So is that mathing? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 5 days, 5 times 2 is 10. Yeah, that's probably
so roughly
about. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, 11 and a half hours.
Okay.
All right.
So not as bad as I was gonna say 7 at first because I know you work some crazy hours on that, but
no, I'm not too crazy. Not too crazy.
Well, I mean, I guess days.
Yeah. I used to work crazy. Yeah, Facebook's my big one.
Oh, is it?
I don't know if I should give that away yet, but so I guess yours for the week.
Yeah.
All right. You said it was really. I don't know. I'm guessing it's a good bit more than. I'm guessing it's more than me. Because you were guessing so low. I'm gonna say yours. I don't want to offend you. I'll go 16.
It was actually 12 hours 21 minutes.
You made it out like it's a big thing.
That's depressing for me.
Okay, well, I mean,
I was like looking at some facts earlier, and like the facts, but like the average screen time user for like young adults and like teenagers, and that was I think 8 to 10 hours a day.
A day, yeah, we're talking 5 days total. So that makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Crazy. Yeah.
Okay, so definitely could be better. Like when I saw how much my Facebook time was just now. Is that another question? Am I giving any spoilers?
No.
Okay, yeah.
No.
My Facebook, out of the 11 hours, 8 of them were Facebook. So
was it?
Yeah. That's pretty crazy.
Or wait, no, I said that wrong. I think.
Oh,
maybe it is day. I think it is day.
Day per day?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too. I looked up the
now that I think of it, I think I said that wrong.
Statistic in prep for tonight.
So I'm like, that don't sound right. I don't think there was any way I was on my phone for like 2 hours, or I guess they would be on their phone for like 2 hours.
Well, I'm confused. Are you saying
for like the average user, like the
teenager,
young adult,
8 hours per day?
Yeah.
So
I guess okay, I'm losing my mind. I'm overthinking
it. I'm not sure.
You were talking. I'm over here like trying to process the time frame. So my bad.
All good.
Okay, so we were
under the average. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm happy for us.
I'm happy for us too.
Is there a follow-up question, or is that it?
Yeah. So the second one is, if you had one app, which one would you delete?
Oh. Would I delete?
Yeah. Which one? Like, just without any hesitation. Just, I mean, I don't know. I feel like.
I mean, there's probably a lot of apps that I don't really use.
You could have a hesitation, but
Yeah. So I deleted Twitter back in like college, and I deleted Instagram, but I re-downloaded Instagram so I could manage the Ride Home social page. Yeah. So I would get rid of that again if I could.
Yep.
I'd say I'd say probably Snapchat. I really don't like using it, but I have like 2 people that message me on it, so I keep it just for them. And it just feels like I have Facebook Messenger, Snapchat, and text messages, and I need all 3 to message. I'm like, can my 2 friends just use text?
Yeah, for real.
So I can delete this app?
Yeah.
That would be nice. Then I probably should have said Facebook, but I'm just being honest with you guys.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's the one app I use, right?
Yeah. I use it for Marketplace. That's about it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Share some stuff. But
right. Get on those reels or whatever on there.
Dude, I don't know why. Like, I've been getting into those reels so much. Like, I was up until like almost midnight, maybe 1 o'clock.
Oh, you were doom scrolling.
Yes, I was. Very much so. And it was about like these divers that go into the lakes and ponds and all that to try to find, or try to like solving like missing persons cases and that.
Shay watches that literally.
I was getting so lost in the sauce with that.
Yeah. Apparently they're addicting because she watches those too.
I'm like, dude, this is amazing. Like,
right.
Yeah.
It's like Cold Case Files.
Yeah. So I think my app would be Snapchat, which I'm gonna go Snapchat because I've already deleted it.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I never use it.
Easy answer then. Yeah. But today we're kind of jumping into screen time in general. So far, it sounds like a social media conversation, but that's just a big part of screen time. But we're kind of going to expand to talk about YouTube, video games, shows, and movies. I thought even online shopping, people can.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you mentioned Marketplace already. That's a form of online shopping. Amazon and just, I know like Shein and Temu and all those are big ones.
Yeah.
For some people. So all those can just consume your time.
Oh, amen, brother.
Yes, sir. And then work's kind of a weird one because I would not be spending my time on that screen if I didn't have to. But if you got like a computer job or something, so different reasons for that one being a negative. I'm not going to jump in today's about the science of like staring at screens. I think we'll more talk about like social impacts and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
How our faith kind of comes into play, even with screens.
Because I know most of the time that we all like, and when we get into the Word, it's you open up your phone and open up the Bible app.
True.
I catch myself doing that all the time, but I guess I would rather take that over not reading.
Nothing against the Bible app, but I thought you were going to say hopping on the phone and seeing a notification and going the other way from the Bible, a distraction.
Oh yeah, I do that all the time. I'll admit that. Yeah,
absolutely. It's too easy. I try to stick with the paper Bible when I'm trying to read the Word because I don't get notifications on there unless it's the Spirit.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy if the stinking text just starts lighting up. You have one notification
have one
John 2. Man. So no, you're good. Like we talked, I looked up that statistic too because I was like, wonder how much the average teenager, young adult looks at their, well, I'm gonna say phone. It's probably the biggest one, but screens. And it says on average 8 to 9 hours a day. I'm like, how do you make time for that? That's a full work day. And I don't think that's including
some people do it while they're at work.
There you go. Yeah. I imagine probably coming home, if you get into a binge of some Netflix series, very easy to get 4 hours, 5 hours right there.
Being very convicted right now. This is crazy.
It's facts though. It's honest. Phones, obviously a big one. Video games. Yeah. That's probably where, like, besides Facebook, my second biggest outlet would be, I'm sure, is like getting on playing some games once in a while.
Oh yeah.
And re-emphasizing, I'm not saying like what's right or wrong tonight. No. Just kind of like talking about it openly and sharing my experience and opinions and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of like a new conversation. Screens in general. I mean, social media is a very new conversation. Maybe not to everyone listening. I was, born in 2008 when Facebook came out, but like think about our grandparents or stuff like that. Like they may have grown up without even having a TV in the house.
Oh yeah.
And now most homes have 2 or 3 TVs and an Xbox, and everyone's got a supercomputer in their pocket, and you got a laptop and an iPad, and it's just everywhere.
I was reading somewhere, who was it? I don't remember which manufacturer it was now. It could have been like Samsung or something like that.
Yeah.
But they were actually talking about they were releasing another flip phone.
They did.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I know that's
like I knew they were like they were still making them for a while.
Yeah,
but they've made them to where they're super basic now.
Oh, just like bakes. Okay. Yeah. I know they made like the smart flip phones that like open up.
No, like the like early 2000s.
Oh, okay.
Or like, well, I guess early to mid 2000s.
Okay. Everything comes back.
Yeah, after the pager.
Everything. Yeah, well, we'll see if the pager ever comes back.
Hey, not a bad idea.
Yeah, well, I never had a pager. I'm not that old.
I didn't either, but
had a track phone. Looked like a BlackBerry because Blackberries were super cool. And
the slide up.
I didn't have a slide. I had just like all the buttons were right there, and when you typed on, it was like clack, 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 clack. It was so loud. It's like I was using a typewriter. But
that's the one thing I will say. I do kind of miss those days of you had to press the number to get to the
times,
letter. Yeah, to get to the letter.
ABC.
5555.
My goodness. Took forever to say anything. That's why everyone used to text okay. Or just K.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was thinking, again, I'm not a scientist. I haven't looked into this, but like when you have a change that big from like 50 years ago, not even having a TV in your home, maybe, to, screens everywhere, like self-checkout, McDonald's, you gotta use the kiosk, everywhere. It literally is going to like change how people behave.
Oh, 100%.
Like the kiosk is there so people don't have to talk to each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My sister didn't want to like knock on the door of a friend's house. She texted her, and it's like, what if she's not at her phone? Like just go knock. We're here. Like there's it just changes the way we interact. It changes literal like brain chemistry.
Literally
it's
everyday
crazy.
Life.
Yeah, life is different. So I don't want to sound like a boomer, but like I recognize that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So, obviously, it's not all bad because we partake in all of it.
Yeah.
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 But
that's why I say, like, yeah, it's not all bad. All this technology and that it's not all bad because some very close friends now I can say that I've met over like playing Xbox or whatever.
Yeah, that's what you were saying earlier.
And so and then we just talk. We'll call each other. Which, Dre, if you're watching this, I saw you called me earlier and I totally forgot to call you back, so I apologize. But yeah,
by the time Dre sees this, it's gonna be like a couple months from now.
Yeah, for real.
You're real late to the apology.
I'll send you a text later.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like everyday things, like you see people like walking around, like even Target or Walmart or whatever, and it's like they don't even look around or like smile at other people.
Yeah,
just a quick hey or something like that. No, they're either while they're carting and that, or
it's crazy how people can multitask. I saw teens in the neighborhood on a walk. I'm like, oh, look at them getting some exercise. Beautiful day. And they have their heads down and they're like speed walking, but they're like both just staring at their phone. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. I'd trip. I'd fall.
Yeah.
But
I was watching a guy, I think it was a video, of course, and I think it was in like New York City, and that the guy was walking on his phone, texting and that, looked up and then looked back down, and then like he was crossing the street, right?
Yeah.
And he hit the the traffic light right there.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
He went flying. It looked like he got hit by like Troy Polamalu or something like that. It was crazy.
Not expecting that. Yeah. Yeah, so not all bad. Like, I mean, we're talking all screens, so I feel like it's made some things convenient. It's obviously entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
I love playing some games.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good time to unwind, watch a movie with the family. That's good. I mean, shoot. The Avengers was like the best thing back in the day, man.
Amen, brother.
When we got to Endgame.
Amen.
Best, like, I don't know what you would call that. It's more than like a trilogy. Just the best build-up, cinematic build-up I've ever experienced.
For real.
Yeah, it's gone downhill since. But yeah, a lot of good 100%. Things. But I think I personally lean a little more towards the side that where we are today is a little more damaging than beneficial. And reasons why, I'd say it builds up walls, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Like you were just saying, everyone's walking around staring at their glowing box.
Mm-hmm.
People can use self-checkout and kiosks instead of interacting with a cashier.
Yeah.
Also, things can go like viral, super easy. So everyone's has the same joke. I can't tell you how many times people send me, even you've done it, send me funny videos and stuff. And it's like, dang, I've already saw that. Like, you're not getting your sense of humor from your uncle at the family cookout, you know? It's nuts. So I think, and then just like social skills as well. It's like,
oh yeah,
the effects of the walls that get built up.
Mm-hmm.
So, social skills, talking to people, and then people don't know how to talk to you, even if like you're not like anxious about talking to people. People don't know how to talk to you, and they get anxious. It's weird, man.
Yeah.
And when we're called to like be a light to people, that does not help when no one talks to each other. That's like the
100%
most foundational thing of being a light or planting seeds is just talking and being kind to people. But in a culture where everyone's avoiding each other, that makes it pretty hard. Also think about like for kids, especially young kids, it's like attention issues. I've heard that's like a big problem in like youth now, because TikTok and there's dumb games you can get on your phone that like have a million ads. They're all like really designed and built to like hold your attention for a few seconds, and then it's going to give you something new. So you're just constantly like new. That's how you doom scroll. Yeah. Again, it's just like changing the way your brain works. It's crazy.
Yeah, I miss when we had Floppy Bird.
Yeah, Flappy Bird. Yeah. Floppy Bird. Same
Floppy
thing.
Bird, Flappy Bird.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, man.
Tell you what, that'll get your brain going.
That'll get your rage going.
Yeah. You got to be quick with that.
Yeah, man. And yeah, so attention. Yeah. I think that's another negative. Again, always like a positive on the flip side. You can play devil's advocate to any of those. Pokemon Go.
Yep.
It was a huge viral thing where everyone was coming together and playing that, going on walks together. Mm-hmm. You know, things like that always happen. But
and that's a good thing about using it for good and that too is, you know, you're outside and walking around and especially if you have a partner you're doing with, you know, that Pokemon Go or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, like I mentioned earlier. Well, this is kind of like a good point. I think some screens are probably better than others. So, for example, like watching a movie with your family or something, kind of like family time.
Yeah. See, that would be,
Yeah, I think that's probably more beneficial than doom scrolling on TikTok by yourself, you know? Mm-hmm. Because movies and shows have like plots and they have like character development and you know, they can build up suspense. They can you know, teach you like how to use humor, all sorts of like things like that. Not saying you should learn your social skills from TV,
no,
but it's included. Whereas like those short attention games and TikTok and things like that are just meant to like keep you there for 5 seconds, and you're not like learning, you're not gaining anything from it. Yeah,
that's what like one of the things I was looking at too was like one of the questions was, is screen time really the problem or is it how we use it? And that goes very well with what you were saying was
that's true.
You know, are we using it to better ourselves or are we using it just to doom scroll? You know, or,
that's super true. You can learn a lot on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
right?
100%. Hey, Chris, fix it here, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good question. Yeah, and I would say screens aren't necessarily the problem, even though I lean that they are a little more of a problem than a solution. But it's mostly because of how we use them. Yeah, and I think more people use them to isolate and doom scroll and things like that than they do to learn and to just like spend time with other people. You know? Yeah. That's a good point.
Because I've noticed that too with like, what is it? People dating and that too. It's you know, trying to spark up relationships and that people will text and you know, even they could be sitting like right next to them or right across from them, you know, and they'll just text like, "Hey, how's it going?" instead of actually physically talking to them, you know.
Yeah, that was another stat I heard is like 45% of relationships, or I don't know if it's people or relationships, like recently start or people have tried online dating. And it's just, that's crazy. Like 1 in 2 people, every other person you meet has tried or has met their partner through online dating. Like in today's world, that's crazy. I don't know. It's just surprising to me. I've never tried it. I'm glad I didn't have to. And it's not like a bad thing either.
Well, no, you had a good start on that last episode.
Yeah. Again, not to say that online dating is like bad, but you know, I personally would rather meet someone in person. I think a lot of people would. Because again, like kind of goes into like social media, screens, movies can create like negative self-image, especially for like girls and stuff, but guys too. That's another negative that can come out of there. It's like false sense of reality sometimes.
Yep.
And people can put on a facade online So that's what you gotta be worried about, catfishing on online dating and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's like another question that I was looking at too was kind of goes along with that was as we've been talking about is are we blaming screens for problems that are really about discipline and boundaries? Too. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
But
because that goes back to like what app would you delete? So if you got like a problem with you know, doom scrolling, like wasting time,
yeah,
delete that TikTok. Or if it's like if you got a problem with, looking at things you shouldn't be looking at,
oh yeah,
lust or something, and you're finding yourself on Instagram lingering on pictures, like delete that app. So that's like that discipline part you're talking about. That's a good point too.
Yep.
Man, for sure. I hear a lot of people end up just deleting like the YouTube or whatever apps they're wasting too much time on. It's like, even myself, I'm like 8 hours I was on Facebook this week. What could I have done with 8 hours? Definitely something more productive.
Yeah.
It kind of makes me think of like, obviously the Bible doesn't talk about thou shalt only spend 2 hours a week on the on your phone, right?
Yeah.
But the Bible is our playbook for life forever, right?
Yeah.
It's God's word. So it can give us wisdom for how to manage a world where screens are everywhere. So I was just trying to think of some points that relate to like screens and life as a Christian in this culture. So first thing I thought of is like we're supposed to be fruitful, right? Fruit of the Spirit, like self-control, like we just talked about, that discipline of I'm not gonna just waste time. I'm not gonna let my eyes linger where they shouldn't. I'm not gonna spend money irresponsibly on Temu, right? So also peace comes from, not saying you don't have peace, but I talked in the social media episode about how anxiety and depression and suicide rates have gone up so much since like that 2008 to 2012 range, when Instagram came out, when the front facing camera on the iPhone came out, when all those things came out. So I thought peace also was like a fruit that is related to like screens and stuff. Patience, right? Being patient is hard. When that ad pops up halfway through your YouTube video, or now,
I'm like, where's the skip now button?
I already pay for a membership, Amazon, Netflix, all of you apps. I don't want to see ads now. Why do I got to pay for no ads? Woo! Yeah. The patience is gone when that ad pops up. Absolutely. And it's like the same thing with like the intention, like TikTok and Reels at like 6-second video. Like, on to the next. No patience to like hear a plot. If someone's just talking too long, it's like boring. Next.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And
I think going on with the anxiety and depression, that and a lot of people with social media, what they'll do is, I guess, obviously we probably covered this a little bit on that episode, but the biggest thing is, we have our young adults and youth are like comparing themselves to other people that are living the dream right now. And on the other hand, they're not doing well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they might not be doing well. They may be doing well with money. They might not be, but they also, they're not healthy in another, the other senses in that.
They might be making money, but their marriage is struggling.
Yep.
Exactly. Yep. Nobody has it all together. That's for sure.
No.
Yeah. Also, a good fruit I think of is kindness. If we're all like isolating ourselves, if we're anxious to like talk to people, and then keyboard warriors out there. easy to
get the blood pressure going.
Yeah, it's easy to avoid being kind in this world of screens and social media and all that.
Yep.
I've been trying to just be a doer recently.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might have said that earlier, but just like doing the right thing or just doing the easy thing that no one else is doing. Like when there was a young lady at the gym. I might have said this one here or not. I'll tell it real quickly because I can't remember who I told this. There was a young lady at the gym the other day. I was on the stair climber. She couldn't get the cable machine to like raise. It was on the floor, and you gotta like pull the pin and slide it up.
Mm-hmm.
She was struggling to get it to like lift up, and I'm on the stair climber. And I'm like, oh, someone else will help her.
Yeah.
And people are just walking by. One dude's like sitting beside her, like resting between sets. And he looks at her. I know he sees her because I'm like on the stair climber. You're like king of the gym. You're looking around at everyone. You're people watching.
Yeah.
And I wait too long. Honestly, it's probably like a minute, almost 2 minutes. And this poor girl is still trying to get this thing up. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I just stop it, go over there, help her out. She's like, thank you so much. I'm like, no problem. I mean, that's all it is. But I'm like, no one else could have done that. I'm like, maybe I was supposed to do it. I don't know. Maybe I should have done it sooner. But just being a doer, like being kind, it's super easy. I got my earbuds in at the gym.
Mm-hmm.
I can watch YouTube while I'm on that stair climber. It's the world of screens. They got TVs lined up all over the place in the gym, which is kind of ironic to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. You get off the couch and you go to the gym and watch TV. But yeah, just being kind, being a person that just does the right thing is a doer.
Yeah.
Yep. Fruit of the spirit does play a part in this culture and this world of screens.
100%.
Yeah. Were you gonna say something?
Oh no, I was just
gearing up.
Kind of a little bit of both, but yep, I had the train of thought.
No, that's good. I got it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So like, I guess you could play this kind of with like, in your like the community episode too.
Mm-hmm.
Who's in your community? So I was looking at, for like trading in your screen time in that, which you could still do screen time in that, but
yeah.
So I was actually watching, the irony. I was watching The King of Queens, right?
Not familiar, but okay.
So that one, so it's a show with Kevin James and
got it.
I can't remember her. I can never remember her name. But anyway, so like, it's a hilarious TV show. But so the one episode that they do, his best friend, Deacon, he comes to find out that he's like what they call is a big brother.
Okay.
So I didn't know what that was, right? And so like, I did a little bit of research. Come to find out it's an actual thing. And I was actually thinking about, I got into looking like what it's all about and that. I mean, obviously the show kind of went over a little bit, so basically I guess it's like the foster kids or whatever. It's been a while since I've looked into this, so I'd have to refresh my memory on it. But so from what I understood, it was like foster kids and that, and you could, or not foster, I guess a little bit of foster or like actual kids, but like their dad's not around or something like that.
Like
they don't have like a man figure in their life. So you could actually sign up to be like a big brother, which actually come to find out.
Okay. Yeah.
I looked and they have a headquarters in Hagerstown, which is not too far from us, right?
Yeah.
So I got to looking on that. I'm like, okay, maybe once things cool down and that, I said, that might be a good idea to try to get into that. And
that's cool.
Maybe, because what they do is, I guess,
kind of like
they go through, do a background check and all that, obviously. And then you get to hang out with the kid, just, go to the park or, movies, do something, arcade, whatever.
Just being a positive presence.
And what they call is a big brother.
Yeah. I've heard of that, actually. I was confused for a minute.
Yeah. So I was actually looking into that and thinking about doing that. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't. Trying to find, like the excuses, like I don't have time. So I'm like,
right.
This would be perfect too, was to, trade in the screen time.
Trading in screen time. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Just for what you could do more with. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, like, I kind of put that on the side burner. And I was like, okay, I kind of want to do that, but I'll have to wait until things like slow down so I can be able to give it my 100%, to be able to dedicate that time for it.
Yeah.
Well, then Cannell,
yeah,
a member of our church,
yep,
he hits me up back at the beginning of like April, maybe mid-March, early April, and was like, hey, listen, we have this program going on through the church that's actually doing something similar. I can't remember the actual name of it, but they, I'd have to go back to the text, but they were having a program of something similar to that.
That's awesome.
And I was like, dude, it's almost meant to be. Like,
absolutely.
I said, just with things right now, I said it's still crazy at the moment in my life, but I would love to be able to do that. I said when things cool down, I said I'll definitely hit you up.
Yeah.
Because they were having like a training, I think, in mid to late March.
Wow.
So April, excuse me.
God makes a way, man.
Yeah.
It's funny.
So I still want to do that at some point.
Absolutely should. It seems like God made the way for you, so he's giving it there for you. That's awesome.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, man. Training in screen time, makes me think like probably the last hour of my day when I like lay down in bed after a shower, like 9 to 10 maybe, is like 100% an hour on my phone. I know everyone says don't be on your phone before bed, but that's my bad habit.
Yeah.
And that would be time that I could trade in for being in the Word or maybe just reading, just reading in general.
Yeah.
Right. Be better for me, better for my like mental health and sharpening myself, even if it's not like theological. Just reading.
Yeah.
Talking to my wife. She reads, so I try to read. But I think oh, you go.
Oh no, sorry, I didn't. But yeah, I think that's the biggest thing too. Is people are on their phones like before bed, and when they wake up, the first thing
first thing you check
is grab the phone. It's like a what do you call it? Like a routine.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah. Last thing you see, the first thing you see when you wake up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Turn off the alarm. See if I got any texts. I'm guilty of it.
Yep.
And that's kind of leads into my last point I wanted to make. Is like, again, related to the Bible commandment is like not to have any idols before the Lord.
Oh yeah.
And you're not probably bowing down before your TV, but if you're giving your TV and your phone 9 hours of your attention a day, and you're giving the Lord a cumulative amount of 10 minutes, I mean, where you're setting your priorities at, right? Like, if you're praying for your lunch and you spend 5 minutes reading a chapter, like you got to trade in some of that time, like you were saying, and make sure you're not living as a slave to whatever outlet of screen you're spending too much time on, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's video games or binge watching shows, doom scroll, whatever,
Yeah.
Just make sure you're not becoming an idol to something. And you might not even realize it, but
for real. Yeah, and like there's nothing wrong with going to the movies, but like when it becomes like a, that's like a priority over anything. It's like, do I have to go to the movies tonight, or could I do read or something like that? Get a few chapters in, or
and that's
check out a book I've been wanting. You've been wanting to read or whatever.
That's the easier example. Is it a priority? Like, could I not look at Facebook tonight when I go home and lay down? Like, I think I could, but can I make that like a consistent routine? Like
get a couple dubs on Warzone.
Yeah. Again, it's a fine line, but I think what you said nailed it. Like, is it my priority to like get those things?
Yeah.
Versus, spending time with the Lord or spending time with the family, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever's bettering yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what I got. Cool, guys.
And kind of, I guess we'll do the last thing is
yeah. Comment.
Yeah, going with so don't actually like. This might come out weird, but like, don't remove it. Or
it's coming out weird.
Yeah. I'm trying to word it to where it doesn't seem like it's coming out weird. But so like, don't remove it completely, but replace it with something else. If that makes sense, like, obviously the reading, walking, going for a walk, or journaling, or whatever your hobbies are, and that coloring, even
Okay, yeah.
just because I don't know, trying to word it to where it's it's weird, but like, yeah, kind of like replace it with something like, I'm trying to find the good
beneficial?
way to, to make it like beneficial for you.
Yeah. I think it's like
whether it's like, if you're doing like online schooling and, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or because doing what we're doing to reach out to you guys.
Yeah. When you make time, that time's going to be used for something else. You're not just going to twiddle your thumbs. So yeah, be beneficial with it. What I've been having a lot of experience with lately is like putting in the work. Like I said, being a doer. Like, I stayed up late a couple nights last week, just baby proofing and stuff. And I have like this thing usually where I'm like 8 p.m. I'm done for the day. But I was like, man, I got 2 hours right here.
Yeah.
Do I want to look at Facebook or do I want to get something done?
Yeah.
It's not bad working after 8. I've just made that like some sort of mindset that I think I have to stick to. So yeah, even putting in the work sometimes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So again, guys.
Let's see. One last question.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. I don't mean to keep dragging on, but
You're good.
Question for you guys too. I mean, honestly, for us all as well. But would you delete social media for a month if someone paid you $500?
Yes, easy.
Yeah.
$500. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say you guys probably wouldn't hear from us for a month. I'm just gonna say that right now.
Yep. Although I will say I don't know if I would do it for
excuse me,
$100. I don't know if I would do it for $100.
We can't buy anything on Marketplace for $100.
Yeah, like $100, man. I'm gonna put gas in both the cars and I'm out. So.
Oh yeah, yeah, for real.
But I mean that is nice. But yeah,
I
think 500 is a good number. I would definitely do it for.
Yeah,
that's a good one. I was going to tell those listening again, send us ideas for fun skits and also things you want to hear us talk about in future episodes.
Yeah.
And looking forward to the next one. Not the nest.
It's okay. I might edit that out.
We'll see your editing skills now.
Yeah, for real.
Well, guys, it's been fun.
Yes.
I think that wraps this one up.
I think it does, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see you next time on The Ride Home. See ya.